The youth organization known as Project SWISH Chicago is celebrating 5 years of helping young people reach their full potential. The group utilizes sports and entertainment as the driving force to unite people from diverse communities. And joining us now to talk about the latest projects involved is McKinley Nelson, the founder of Project SWISH Chicago. Hi, welcome to Good Day. Nice to have you here.
Appreciate you having me here.
Wow, so you've been doing this for 5 years. Tell me what inspired you. You're such a young man. When he first came in, I said, I didn't expect to see you. I expected somebody a lot older. How did this come about?
I actually started it 5 years ago. I was 21 at the time, and during that time period, I was kind of going through a little bit of a rough patch. I grew up playing basketball, and a lot of guys that I grew up playing basketball with, I lost in the gun violence. So I developed Project SWISH. It was my way of getting the guys off of the streets and back into the gym and playing basketball with me.
And you wanted to do something because you saw violence.
Absolutely.
And you said, I'm not going to sit back. So tell me about what your organization does specifically. 5 years in the making now, and what kind of difference it has made.
For sure. Well, as far as the difference goes, I think the impact has kind of grown, beyond my imagination. There's been 3,500 kids have been a part of the program in the last 5 years. But basically what we do is we set up shop in the highest risk neighborhoods in Chicago at the highest crime times, essentially getting those guys off of the streets in times that they would be in danger, just to play basketball. But even if you don't play basketball, you just kind of come hang out with us, right? We provide food, there's a DJ in there, there's a photographer in there, just kind of creating that basketball atmosphere. But beyond basketball, we also provide mental health programming. We know violence and mental health run hand in hand, so all the 3,500 kids in the program have access to free therapy. So it's not just talk therapy, right? We do some yoga, we do some art therapy, we do some music therapy, whatever we can offer to help the guys heal.
Give me an example of maybe a personal story that you can share with us about some individual that you've worked with. For
sure. I mean, all of them have great stories, to be honest with you, but I've seen a total 180 in a lot of the kids that have been a part of the program. Even from attendance, right, their grades in school, their behavior outside of school, and that's just our job, to just be a near peer and a role model to the guys that look like us, come from the same neighborhoods as us, and just provide some help and some healing.
But you also are young. You said you've experienced violence. It must make a difference to them because you're relatable to them,
Absolutely,
right?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you try to relay what's happened to you into their experience?
Well, I think the biggest success I just talked about is me being a near peer. Even when I walked in here, I look a lot younger than I am, but I still am young, So me looking like the guys that come from the community, the team that I've built, the people that are around me come from the same neighborhoods as the neighborhoods that we're servicing. So I just kind of think that, they understand us. We speak the same language as them. We listen to the same music as them. We go to the same places as them. We eat at the same restaurants, right? And we don't try to bark at them, right? We're not trying to be their parents, but just be a near peer and a mentor. So I think that's where the successes come from.
When I'm listening to you say that, it's interesting. We've heard a lot about this whole so-called teen trend concept that's going on, and we're hearing way too much about it. When you see what's happening in our city, you are one person who now has a lot of support to enable such a great program like this. Coming from someone who's had the experience, young, who's relating to these other young people, what do you think needs to be done in the city to try to provide support?
Yeah, the trend stuff is crazy. And I actually have had kids in my program that have participated in the trend, and I asked them why. And they just kind of said it's just the thing to do. It's the new fun thing to do. I guess, when you turn 21, the club is the thing to do. And I guess when you're in high school, the trend is the thing to do. But it's not safe. It's not cool. And I don't condone it. And I speak on it. I think that it needs a leader like myself, but in their demographic. Obviously, there's not 26-year-olds out there jumping on cars and stuff like that. But we need a leader that's in high school, that's 17, that's 18, to step up and kind of let people know that this isn't okay.
Wow, well, this is amazing. What can people do to help you with your efforts? For
sure. Well, we have a website. Project SWISH Chicago is where we have a tab where people can donate, right? They can volunteer, they can register for programming. We've gotten a little bit of support over the last 5 years from Blue Cross Blue Shield and, a little help here and there from other people, but the more help is, the more programming we can do. So
sounds like it's such a great organization to support. Your mama is standing over there taking pictures. She's so proud, and she should be. We are honored to have you in here. I wish more people would take up efforts like this. You're doing an incredible thing, which must make you feel amazing.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Great to meet you. Thank you. Okay, let's head over to